The Ancient Art of War in the Skies is the third game in the Ancient Art of War series behind the Ancient Art of War and the Ancient Art of War at Sea. This time the focus is on aerial combat, specifically plane battles and bombing runs, while the rest of the military campaign plays out below. This is a game that screams 1992 on PC in both good and challenging ways. There are certainly better strategy war games out there, but this game is very much a product of its era, and wargame fans will have a deep historical look back if they choose to check it out. Figuring out how to play probably means finding and reading the manuals, which I will have links to in the video description. Once you figure out how to start, the game offers a deep series of historical World War I campaigns, a training mode which you can use to just get to the action, and even a campaign editor to make your own campaigns. There's a lot of game here, and the digital side is about half of it. The Ancient Art of War in the Skies is a great example of how some PC games weren't just about the game itself, but were rather a buy-in to an overall experience, aka the packaging, particularly the manual. There are actually two manuals in the Ancient Art of War in the Skies, including a staggering 80-plus page main instructional book with extensive researched history into the people and their campaigns, with its own bibliography, in addition to extensive instructions on controls and strategy. There's also a second 6-page technical manual focusing on controls and gameplay. This is what you'll want to have up while playing and to get a quick lesson in buttons and controls. Unfortunately, as with all VCS releases of this type, there is no manual included, so you'll want to skim the manuals prior to playing. The game does offer some key press text in the UI. I'll have a link to where both manuals can be found on archive.org in the video description. The controls are not particularly difficult and are probably best done by just using a keyboard, as I found the mouse to be overly sensitive. You can, however, use a mouse for many of the controls. You cannot use a modern or classic joystick to play the game. Just the keyboard worked great though, and you'll primarily push the arrow keys, numpad, and various letters to complete your goals. The graphics of Ancient Art of War in the Skies are colorful and a mix of cartoony and serious, and I bet it looked pretty good on computers of the era. The game performs well with generally tight controls and the ability to toggle between 3 speeds when in the campaign. I encountered what I think were a few audio issues where sounds got clipped early, but it didn't prevent me from playing the game. I also twice encountered a crashing bug after ending a campaign that did require me to reboot the game. From the menu, you can either start or continue a campaign, create your own campaign, or engage in training, which is a fun and quick way to get to the dogfighting and bombing runs without taking part in the rest of the game. You can set numerous battle options and settings for each training run as well. The campaign editor is dense and deep, although it would take quite some time to build anything fun. There are numerous historical campaigns to pick from, and you can save your progress through a file system and load a previous campaign. I'm not personally a fan of war games in general, and this kind of strategy game is not something I'd normally play, but one nice thing about this channel is it gets me looking into games I'd normally not check out otherwise. I found the game daunting at first, but a quick read through the manual got me playing just fine, and reading the manuals gave me a much better sense of just how much research, work, and heart went into making the game. Even if playing this kind of early PC game is more about curiosity than fun, you quickly grow to appreciate everything that went into it. If you are into playing an early 90s war strategy game with fun dogfighting and challenging bombing runs, this game will be a lot more than an example of an era where games came in boxes, and those boxes came with books. Thanks for watching. I'll have more looks at a few other MS-DOS games in the VCS store in addition to the new Yars Recharged and other games getting released. Liking helps spread the word about the channel, and subscribing gets these videos in your feed. Have fun!